Hi everyone, I'm Sarah at Childhood Finds if you never joined me here before. Today we're doing a different style video. It's completely impromptu. I had no plans to do this video. It just kind of, all these items fell into my lap and I just wanted to share them with you. And it's gonna just be me showing you and talking a little bit about them. It's, a little discombobulated, but I tried. I picked up all these frames at one time and I picked them up from people that I've sourced from before. They're amazing. And not all of these are leaving this house. Some are gonna have to leave because there's only so much wall space in a home, but then those ones can fund new things. But I am gonna allow some to probably be collected and we'll see which ones. And please just let me know if you enjoyed this video by hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed before, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe so you can see future videos and I can continue to create these. There will be more frame videos. This isn't a highly technical or research video. It's just what I happen to know. I'm not an expert, guys. I always will tell you that. I just want to share what I can with you. So I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, so this is going to be poor lighting, but I am really excited about this haul. It still doesn't do it enough justice in this video format. And you're going to probably see a cat, maybe a couple dogs walking around while I talk about a few different frames and a couple different things. Here's one. He's just napping while this happens. But let's kind of start here. So a lot of these frames you're seeing are going to be deep well frames. This one here is an oval frame. We don't think it really falls under the deep well category. It is antique, but it's likely just kind of an oval walnut antique frame. And then a lot of these have amazing pictures in them that you can see that, and you get reflection too, fantastic. But they have really amazing imagery. I believe these are all in California. And a lot of these, this one doesn't. So a lot of these have like UV glass, and UV glass protects these pieces over time. You can see this one has, a lot of the deep wells have these gold gilt inner rims. And you can see how much damage is on this one. So likely what we're gonna do is, if we sell this one, is just remove that piece of it. And then here, this one's really, really beautiful because of its extra accoutrements. So this one's an antique deep well walnut. You can see how deep that is. But look at these. I know the video is not great, but look at these carvings. We've heard these referred to typically as spoon carvings. And it also has the gold gilt inner rim on it. Just a really beautiful old frame. Then we've got some more here. These ones don't have the gold gilt inner rim, but another amazing picture in it. I mean, look at all those people and the horses. Beautiful. And again, I believe these are all California. Let's see if it says anything on the back. No. But you can see that this is, I believe, 99% UV protection, which is pretty important in protecting your pieces and frames. We have another deep well here. This frame over here, I've included because, let's get a better view of it. The lighting's bad again, guys. This is an impromptu, sudden, I just had to do it kind of video. So this frame, you may think this looks old, but this is actually kind of 70s. Do you see that there's farm fresh dust on everything? I mean, it's still, a nice frame for the piece, but I really got it because of the picture within the frame. But do know this isn't going to be an antique here. It just gets to blend in with all the antiques. Then let's look at this one. This one is an antique frame, and this is gesso on here, and it's molded, this one. And it does have some bits missing, but this can be restored by someone that wants to restore it. This is gonna be 1880s, possibly 1870s. I mean, amazing, honestly. It's amazing how beautiful it still can be at this age. Look in here. This is not something that's going to stay in here for us. So this is an example of, even though what's within isn't worth anything, this is what's worth it, the outside. And that's what I talk about a lot with these frames, is that they are also so important to the piece of art, photograph, etc. This is a print, and it's done on cardboard. So cardboard is never a medium you want to have with your frames, and I'll talk about why in a little bit here. But this is never really any, I suppose you could say, notable artist. And again, I don't ever speak in 100%, guys. I'm not an expert. Just in general, notable artists will never, ever make their prints onto cardboard because it will deteriorate. The cardboard will deteriorate the piece. And this one's interesting. I want to share this one because it is an antique frame. Let's look at it. So this was a mold put onto these edges, and how we can kind of tell is you can tell this was added to the frame. You might not be able to see the separation. It's not carved into it like that carving one we have. Let's compare them. So it's not like this. So this was probably, a mold was done and then pressed onto the material to give this look. And this is an antique frame, but something you want to watch for on frames are things like this, these holes. And we believe everything is dead within. We are currently trying to fill up the holes to make sure everything is dead, but this is likely, I believe, termite or wood beetle infestation into it, and that's kind of the telltale of it. Also, if you have any that show any active infestations, you need to remove them from your frames immediately. And I mean, remove that frame immediately to prevent any further damage to other frames. And you can see another hole here. We've been attempting to fill that hole, but it goes very deep. So this one may not be salvageable. We believe the infestation's dead, but it does have some likely significant damage within. But these political cartoons are pretty interesting that were framed within it. I love these oval deep wells. These are just delightful pieces. Is this the... Sorry, I got distracted because this looks a little different. So this one I believe has just faded the gold gilt inner rim, but all of these are just likely typical 8x10 photos, I believe this size looks like roughly. And these are just wonderful pieces. They are just like the rectangular deep wells. They are 1880s to turn of the century kind of age, and they're walnut, and they're just beautiful pieces to have. Here's just another one. We haven't decided yet. You can see that there's texture in it. So we haven't decided yet what is within this frame, but the frame's great, so that's what matters. Do that. Then let's keep rumbling. This one, likely not antique, but anytime you see the older that have convex, so convex means you're outward facing. Sorry, that was a weird way to show my hands. I'm not used to not showing my face on the camera. So your convex glass you can even just sell the glass if you want to. These are just great frames. They're amazing, but you can always hear it. And it's not concave. Concave would be going within. This you can see is kind of a bubbly dome. And these are typically just brass frames and just a really nice piece to have. And the basset hound is moved. These ones can have a couple different names over here. So typically we refer to them as Adirondack leaf frames. And they're also highly collectible. I love them. We don't find them very often. They're just really nice pieces. And look at what's inside these ones. Look at those old photos. They're just beautiful. There's that one. Let me see if I've got any. This one, I love when we get information. This one is Nicasio, California. And these are here are actually, oops, piece of hair there. These are carved leaves. Other things that we've heard, that one thing that some people will call these that they absolutely are not, is they are not tramp art. So some people refer to these as tramp art frames. That is not correct. Tramp art, these were produced by a company and given to the public. Tramp art is going to be by an individual, and it's typically out of everyday items to make the art piece. And we've had one before that was made out of all cigar boxes, old cigar boxes, the wooden ones, into a frame. So they are not tramp art. Some might say twig frame. The other one is eluding me right now, but I'll be corrected at some point. But typically we call them Adirondack leaf frames, and they are walnut, and not all of them, but this one has a gold gilt in a rim as well. And this one has a needle point within it, which is nice. These two are nice. They have two prints. They are antique prints within the frames. They tend to match. We can't quite remember. Typically, I think fashion prints is what they're kind of referred to, but either way, they are older prints. But what I want to note about these frames is they do have the original backing, which is beautiful, but is actually not good for the photo unless you properly put the frame together. And what I mean by that is this will eat away at whatever is within the photo if there is not a barrier within to protect the piece. So that's why you see, like here, the matting. This matting is protecting that picture from all of the wood, the acidic wood that will eat away. That's also, if you see cardboard in photo or in the back of frames, that's also horrible to have with your pictures. If there is no proper barrier, that will also eat away. But these two are a nice matching piece, and I believe they both have the original backing. And this one you can kind of see, if I can tell, you can kind of see that darkening where it's starting to eat away at the piece. And then this is the creme de la creme. This is the one that will absolutely not go anywhere ever. This is a pie crust, and typically you're seeing 1880s to 1920s. There will be a future video much more about these later, but I just had to share it because it's the creme de la creme of this collection. It is beautiful, and finding them is just the best feeling. This one does have, I believe, a wonderful coloring. Everybody has preferences on their likes here, but I really enjoy this dark coloring. It's not as typical to find as some of your other coloring. So a lot of them you're going to see a gold tone to it. And so even though this is by no means rare to find on one of these, it's just something that's not as typical to find when you find these frames, which it is harder to find these frames, but I have been lucky enough to find 3 amazing ones this year, and my collection is growing very quickly. Because we're here and I have you guys trapped, I'm just going to show you my other 2. They're not currently up on the wall. Excuse my death pile from sourcing, because me and my husband need to move into our own place, and right now my mother-in-law is keeping them protected. But look at these beautiful, beautiful things. And this is sculpted. So that's the difference between that and the other ones that have a mold pressed into them. Those are molded by something. These are hand sculpted. This one, oh, it might be my favorite. We're not sure yet. We haven't decided. But do look forward to another video. I will show you a whole bunch more of these frames. And by bunch more, I mean the mother load of them. but the corners are really what you kind of look at. This one kind of goes into the batwing territory, but batwing and pie crust are what we're looking at there. And back over here, we're just gonna look at a couple more. This is really just the treasure trove of deep wells, and I'm still speechless about this grab. And some of these are gonna stay, some of these will go to new homes. It's just, I have definitely failed at not collecting as much as I should. I was much harder on myself on not collecting things, but now I feel like eventually I'm gonna have my own beautiful home that I can put all these wonderful pieces on, so I might as well keep some so I can have the things I love around me, and these are definitely things I love. So I just want to show you all these deep wells here, and we can talk a little bit about this one. Here's a slightly different. This is a deep well, and it is carved. You can see how deep that is. That is not a mold pressed onto this. And this is gold painted, and just a nice piece. The other thing, the only downfall to a lot of these being redone by the buyer is I don't believe we have any old glass within this. So old glass can also really add to the collectability and value of a frame. I will show you examples of those later on, but a lot of these are going to be UV protection and they were redone, which is a great thing. But the ones that are the antique wavy glass and ones with seed bubbles and character, those are also very, very collectible, and I do have some of those to share later on. But let's just check a little. This one does have, you can see that this one's definitely darker than it should be, and we believe that's likely because of our cardboard backing here. So it just is what it is, so a new owner can absolutely change that out as they are seeing fit with their piece. These ones here do have an added black accent here on the frame, which is wonderful. Here's the other one that has that as well. So I know this wasn't a bunch of different things to look at, but I just was so excited about this haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please look for more frame videos. I just wanted to give you guys a taste because I have had people wanting this to happen. So I just wanted to make it happen, at least somewhat. We're gonna go way into more detail later on. So thank you so much everyone for joining me. And please let me know if you enjoyed this, or if you collect frames, or maybe your favorite one here. We know what my favorite one is here that we're just sitting on, but you can always share what your favorite is, and definitely join me for the next video. Thank you.